Hello, thank you so much for being here. Hope you're doing great. Today we're having a pick a card reading to find out who or what is draining your energy. We have 5 groups. This is group number 1, this is group number 2, this is group number 3, this is group number 4, and this is group number 5. Okay, so pick a group, pick a number, do whatever works for you the best, and let's get started. Group number 1, who or what is draining your energy? Okay, so the first card that we have is the crumbling card, and it asks, what are you clinging on to? So the situation that is draining you, it's something that already run its course and you have to let go, but for some reason you are clinging on to, and that clinging on to, that hope that you're infusing into this particular situation or maybe to the outcome of that situation is draining your energy, and it's preventing you from moving on onto the better things. The second card that we have is 5 of Swords, which connects very well to this card of the crumbling. The 5 of Swords has energy of defeat, has energy of manipulation, has energy of adversity. So you're feeling like something is not going into your advantage, that something is not fair, and you're waiting for the better results, completely forgetting and completely ignoring the fact that maybe these things that falling out of your life is for the better. You focusing your energy and your intentions and your everything you have onto this thing that has no value in your life, has no meaning in your life, and that is why you're feeling drained, that is why you're feeling exhausted. And also I'm getting that sometimes maybe you feel angry about this. The other card that we have is the Magician, also the Justice, 3 of Pentacles, and 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords, of course, speaks about anxiety, worrying too much, sometimes even depression. Makes sense if you're feeling angry a bit, if you're feeling like things are not going in your favor, like you're feeling betrayed by someone or even by life itself. That makes you worry, that makes you sad, that makes you depressed. You have to get rid of this energy. You have the power to get rid of this energy. The Magician, Justice, and 3 of Pentacles could be the work situation, you feeling that something is not going into your favor in the work situation or with people that you connect with on the daily basis. I feel like they're stressing you out. For others, this could be legal matters or even divorce situation. Maybe you're clinging onto someone and onto the relationship that already has run its course. You wanting to go it into your favor, but it's not going into your favor because in your favor, it's not to go into your favor, if you know what I mean. The feeling that things are not being fair also, right? What I mentioned before, the Justice card, feeling like there is no balance. And the Magician card, this could mean the strongest energy that I get from the Magician card, it's actually someone that has this manipulation energy to them, like trickster like. So this could be someone in your life connecting to this energy, connecting to this thing that needs to end, that you need to release, but maybe infusing some lies into you, promising something that will never happen. Or this is someone who actually is making with unseen words or with unseen actions, making this change and preventing you from having it better, preventing you from having it fair to you, and making it kind of like bad. Okay, what else do I see? You could be dealing with Libra or another air sign, Gemini or Aquarius, or with Virgo. If this is a work situation, this could also be someone, there could be someone in your work situation that takes credit for your work. If you're dealing with legal matters, as I mentioned, or with divorce, or some legal papers that some legal situation that you're not feeling that is going in your favor, be very careful with what you're signing on to. Read everything, read small print, just be very attentive and be very careful, because there is this energy of lying, of taking advantage of not being trustworthy. So just stay careful, be careful, and as soon as you can, deal with the situation. Either it's work, either it's divorce or another person, either it's something that you're not releasing and clinging onto for the thing that you think that it could be. Deal with it, release it, because it really creates this huge energy leak that prevents you from, this is Page of Pentacles, this is Ace of Pentacles, and this is Judgment, that prevents you from having your life renewed, that prevents you from being reborn in a way, that prevents you from having this abundance and prosperity flow unblocked. Because now you're focusing on that one small coin that you have, completely ignoring the fact that you can have as many coins as you want, having as many things as you want, and having the life that you always wanted to, just because you think that that thing that you have and not releasing now is the thing that you want and can be good to your life. No. You have to make decision, you have to make strong decision and move on, because then you will have the ability to regain the balance in your life, to regain stability, have that abundance and prosperity again available to you with its full potential. Also, I'm getting the message that this energy, this kind of hateful and lying a little bit, like jealous energy, is blocking you from connecting to your soul on a very deep level, and it prevents you from connecting to your ancestors and your spirit guides as well. So as much as you're focusing to this negativity, as more as you having this anxiety, having these worries, having your mind to go like paralyzed and paranoid because of this situation, as much as you don't have this energy flow and this connection to really the things that actually matter, because you could have this guidance available to you, but now it's a little bit blocked because of all of these things. For some of you, I'm seeing that if you have the ability, go outside, go somewhere where there are mountains, because connection to mountains will help you to revive connection to your ancestors and your spirit guides. I think that's it, group number 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and a little bit maybe eye-opening, and yeah, I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, group number 2. Who or what is draining your energy? We have the first card that says answer the call, and what is your soul calling you to do? And it seems like you are denying something for yourself, and that is draining your energy. Either this is a connection to someone, to other person, or maybe this is a connection to yourself. Maybe you're denying some sort of talent that you have, not admitting your abilities, not admitting your true mission and your true life path. And this can be very draining. Going against your nature, going against your true authenticity, going against through your soul's and heart's desire can be very, very draining. So it seems like this is what you need to solve. Answer that call. Answer that call from your soul, from your higher self, from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, from the universe, from the God, angels, whatever you believe in. Another card that we have is Two of Pentacles, which completely goes with this first card. Two of Pentacles has a little bit unstable energy. It's like trying to decide, hesitating, figuring out things, juggling two sides of you. So maybe you're juggling one thing, you're juggling how you appear on the outside, and you're also juggling how you are actually on the inside, as well as maybe you're juggling this job or this thing that you have to do or you think that you have to do, and also trying to explore this path that is available to you, that is meant for you. It can be very draining to be this, like, two people in one person. And yeah, this is why maybe you sometimes lack energy or lack understanding even of what you want to do. This is why your intuition can sometimes be very silent, and you have all of those different voices and different feelings within you and not really sure what to do. But also, I'm getting that you always have your spirit guides available to you, and for some of you, your spirit guides can be cats or another animal that you constantly see. We also have Eight of Swords, which speaks very clearly about being restricted with your thoughts, within your thoughts, kind of blocked and sometimes even paralyzed, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, when actually in reality you can move very easily, when you can go where you want to. But because you have this mental kind of jail, you can't even move. You think you can't even move, and you don't even know how or what to feel, although your soul deep down, you always know. We also have Three of Swords, which also is a little bit heartbreaking card, sad card, but in a way it as well speaks about strong heart that has gone through a lot and can go very far again. Whatever happened, whatever hurt happened, the heart still beats. So you have to realize that no matter your past experiences, no matter things that happened in before, no matter people that maybe rejected you in some way, or maybe you try to telling someone that what you're feeling, what you think that you should do with your life, and someone rejected you, or someone said that this is nonsense, right, that this idea is dumb or stupid, you should not, base all of you and everything that you think and believe on that, and just move on from those words and just move on from that rejection and misunderstanding, because not always people understand what you have to do, but you still have to do it because it's your life, it's your mission, and it's your purpose. We have Two of Wands, which also speaks about, like the Two of Pentacles, being a little bit in a limbo, planning but still not taking a good action to do that something, to answer that call, to push forward, trying to build a world in your hands that you think you would want and you think you would appreciate. Also, with Two of Wands, I feel like you look back a little bit. You looking back and looking at the future and trying to figure out the balance between the two. And this can be a little bit draining and exhausting because you're looking a little bit too much into the past. And like comparing to the present and then thinking about the future, which we have Temperance, and you want that peaceful, you want that balanced life in the future, but because you having this restriction, because you're having this heartbreak within yourself, you're still not releasing it, and you're still not answering that call of your true purpose, or the call to connect with someone on a very deep level, you still cannot create this temperance in your life. You cannot create this energy of temperance, and that brings you that inner turmoil, that puts you in a position of disbalance, that puts you in a position of hesitation, of juggling things. So it's very important for you to step by step solve this and move on to the better things. Make this Two of Pentacles merge and have this beautiful one coin, one world in your hands, not kind of scattering yourself, scattering your energy into many different things. Trying to do this and that because you do one thing because you think that others want you to do it, and you want to do the other thing. That won't work. You have to do what is right for you. That is the only way that won't make you feel drained and exhausted. I'm also getting a message, this is for some of you, that you kind of lost or you broken off friendship with someone. So I'm feeling that this situation is kind of bumping you out. It's like draining you a little bit. So if you have the ability, if this wasn't something super negative, just make a call, connect with that person and solve this issue, because there is this lingering feeling of a heartbreak, of missing that person. So if you have the ability, just reconnect and you will have one less thing to worry about. Okay, we also have High Priestess, Nine of Wands, and Three of Cups, which speaks about you trying to always have strength and not give up when you do something, and that's good, that's okay. But also you have to know when it's time to give up on something, and you have to pick your battles wisely. And in this situation, I'm sensing like you picking all of the battles sometimes, or you're not picking any at all, and you have this disbalance because of it. Also, I'm sensing that if you won't choose this path that you are being called to, if you not choose your authenticity, if you won't have balanced your outer and your inner self, you will constantly feel exhausted and drained, and it's like you won't give up on something, but you also won't have strength to push forward, to push that last step. You will find yourself in a limbo constantly. And people that will appear in your life then, they won't be your soul family. They will be just people that you know. And you will miss opportunity to connect with your soul family if you deny this true nature of yours. Because the true nature of yours connects a lot with High Priestess. So you can be someone who is very spiritual, evolved in a way, but you have to do some learning. You have deep spiritual roots, and you could be someone who can help others. But to help others, you first have to help yourself. You first have to find yourself. And you cannot do that if you constantly live in a state of fear and restriction. Not being on your path and not doing your true purpose, not following your true life mission, can be incredibly draining on a person. Because then you constantly feel like you're not in your place, that you don't belong. And it's a harsh feeling to feel like you don't belong. So answer that call. Heal your heart. Eliminate restriction. Restriction is no needed. regain balance, and you will find your inner power. You uncover your inner you will uncover mysteries that there are within you. Okay, group number 2, I think that's it for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, group number 3. The first card that we have is Yes card reversed, and the second card that we have is the Terror card. And these two cards indicate that the thing that is draining you is actually your own resistance to the change. Something is changing, something that you knew a long time, something that you have been used to, something that maybe you have been in a relationship a long time, or you worked in a certain job a long time, or there has been a pattern that you have been used to, and now the thing is shaking. Now the thing is being taken away from you by universe, and it's hard for you. It's a shock, it's a surprise, but you know what? It's a necessary surprise. It's a necessary change. It's inner transformation, it's outer transformation, and you're not saying yes to it, and you're creating that resistance that actually is creating this exhaustion, this draining energy, because you like pushing against the wind. You're going again, the wind is blowing in front of you, and you're still trying to move, you're still trying to go, although there in the back there is beautiful house that you can be safe there, but you're still choosing to go there in the war zone, into the storm, just because you don't want to let go of the things that you are used to, and just because you are infusing hope and infusing light into those things that are no longer serving your highest good. The second card that we have is Lovers reversed, and this could mean a lot of different things. Either you don't making a decision, you refuse to make decision that would be for your better, that would stop this tower, that would stop this resistance. Another thing how you might relate to this is that you're not choosing your true authentic path, and forcing yourself to be someone who you are not creates many tower moments in your life, because it's not working. You're doing something that's not working, and you're still doing it. The third way how you might relate to this is that you're trying to save relationship that is long over, that it's run its course, but you're still clinging on to it. You still want it. You still have hope for it, although you know it's not good. The second card that we have is the World card. Yes, the world is a completion. The world is a full circle coming into place, right? You learn your lessons. You know what you know. You experienced what you experienced, and now it's time for you to move on, either from your relationship, either from this job that you're clinging on to, or even from this path that is not authentic to you, or from doing something that you don't want to do it. Now it's time to close this chapter and have a new one. The Star card. Have a new dream, and not dreaming about something that has already gone. Also accepting this transformation, accepting that you're growing, and not being so forceful. Stay in the same place and stay stagnant. Infusing hope into the things that are crumbling, that are falling apart. We also have Queen of Cups. Putting emotion, putting feeling into the things that are no longer serving you, that are no longer worthy. Taking care of people who don't deserve it. That is so exhausting. You can help people if you can, if you have the ability to, yes. But don't try to help people who don't want your help and who refuse your help in a very negative and toxic way. There is a connection that's not working. That could be romantic, that could be friendship, that could be family thing. There is something that is not working, and you have to acknowledge that. You have to admit that to yourself, and you have to move on from it and take it for what it is. Accept endings and invite new beginnings. Because it seems like this situation just making you emotional and like shaky, unstable, hopeful for the wrong things, and even naive sometimes, thinking that things that won't work out work out. And I know that maybe sounds a little bit harsh, I'm sorry, but this is such a huge energy leak here. You believing into something, and look, these two cards are reversed. Yes, and the Lovers, and we have people here and here, right? You have to be careful about people that are in your life and how you deal with them and how they deal with you, what expectations they have on you, what they're asking of you. Create those healthy boundaries. Don't lose your authentic self because of someone who wants something out of you just because. We also have Four of Cups, which speaks that if you won't let go of this energy, if you will cling to this energy, you won't see beautiful new opportunities coming to you. And you will become very stagnant. It's like all of these tower moments, shocking moments, turbulent moments will make you like apathic. I don't know if that the right word, but like you won't even care anymore, and you don't want to put yourself into that place. You want to experience Four of Cups energy as opportunities being presented to you, opportunities that you see, being stable with your emotions, being stable within yourself, being mindful. Another card that we have is Ten of Swords, which is a very clear indication, sadly, that if you continue this path, whatever it is, relationship, your authentic path, boundaries, you will end up as Ten of Swords. And I don't think anyone really wants to experience that. Of course, yes, after Ten of Swords, there comes new beginning, right? The sun comes up again, but you can avoid it. You already have this completion. You don't have to put yourself into this place again, because I'm sensing that you already experienced something similar, and it's coming up again if you won't release this energy, if you will still have your energy being leaked. And another card that we have is Page of Swords. She looks at Ten of Swords in a funny way. Have your own mind, but don't have your thoughts like paralyzed within. Make decisions, but make thoughtful decisions. Decisions based on facts. Decisions based on your own understanding and your own wisdom, not on the things that others say, not on the things that others project on you or try to project on you. Avoid, also I'm getting the message, avoid asking advices I don't know, it just seems that there are people in your life who won't give you good advices and actually will give you kind of bad advices. Some of them don't even understand that, and others just wants to give bad advices. It's no, just trust yourself and trust your guides and trust God or whatever you believe in, okay? But most importantly, trust yourself. Try to trust yourself. And as you release this energy, right, it will be easier to do that. It will be easier to communicate with yourself and to understand your emotions because you will feel more stable. Okay, group number 3, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, group number 4. Let's see. We have Break the Chain card, and it seems like there is something to do with karmic situations, with karmic lessons that you don't want to solve or even accept. There is a cord with your ancestors, and there is a healing required for you to continue with your life and helping yourself and even next generations. But of course, it can be exhausting and can be draining to feel this pressure of your past, maybe even lives and your ancestors. But there's a huge need to do it because you have the strength and the power. And we have Page of Cups here, so it's probably something to do with self-love, self-esteem, self-healing, and relationships. Maybe in your family line there was some sort of bad and toxic relationship examples, and the karma kind of built up. It could be as well in your past lives. You feel this unreasonable even energy of not being able to either create solid relationships. You feel this hurt that's coming from nowhere. So this can be from your past lives or from your ancestors' lives. And now in this lifetime you have to deal with that and you have to solve it, you have to heal it, so it won't drain your energy and it won't exhaust energy of the next generations, and you could rewrite the future for the better. Page of Cups is very strong, and she's a healer, she's a romantic, she has a good connection with her heart and her soul. So you have this strength and you have this ability to change this, to heal these karmic lessons, and to stop this negative energy happening and even growing, because with every generation, with every life, it's growing if it's not solved. Seven of Swords. There could be feeling like something is being stolen from you, like something isn't as it seems, and that makes sense because you don't really see this, you don't really completely understand this, but you have to trust your intuition and you have to push through this inner conflict, like inner turmoil with the Five of Wands, right? Like your mind is saying one thing, your heart is saying another thing, and there is this competition with your mind and heart, and with, of course, with the light and the darkness, right? Karmic situations always come with this like turmoil, inner turmoil, right? It's like you are guided to do one thing, but also you are afraid, and then you have to find that balance. So these things could be learned, so these things could be solved, and these things could then be forgotten. When dealing with karmic situations, you won't be able to do it without this Five of Wands energy, this inner turmoil, chaos even. When you pulled into many different directions. But once you go through it, right? Once you push through it, then everything falls into place. Then decision making becomes clear, understanding of what you need to do becomes clear, feeling and understanding, connection to the soul becomes clear. Page of Wands and Empress. I'm also sensing that even in this lifetime, although we're more talking to the karmic lessons from past lives, or lessons and karmic situations from your ancestors and your family line, I'm also sensing that in this lifetime there could be people around you in your family that somehow is preventing you from doing better than they did, or they could do it not because they are bad people, or they wish you bad, but because they did it completely differently and also not in a good way. They think that you need to follow into their footsteps and do as they did. Don't fall into that, because this is also one of your lessons to choose for yourself and to heal this for yourself. Because if this person, it could be your grandmother or your mother or someone who is a little bit older than you, if they would know better, right? If they would know what is the best thing to do here, maybe in regards of self-love with advices, or maybe in regards of relationships, they would have already healed this and you won't have to deal with this now. But they didn't, and it's not their fault. Maybe it wasn't their time, and who knows. But just make sure you're listening to yourself and you're listening to the guidance of those who are already gone, because those who are here, they don't know yet. Okay? They don't know. It's you who have the strength and understanding to heal these patterns and make this all kind of disappear for the good. Listen to the guidance of your ancestors, but don't listen to the guidance of your family members in regards of these situations, with which I'm repeating myself, could be in regards of self-love, self-healing, and relationships. Could be in your family line there have been a lot of toxic and broken relationships, and it's time for you to heal them. Also, I'm getting here with the Nine of Pentacles that one of the lessons also could be that you have to first go on without anyone, go on yourself. And this could be also the case that in your family line, women either always have been alone because they were kind of angry at men, or they always found partners without love just so they wouldn't be alone. Now it's regarding your situation. Now it's time for you to do the opposite. Have firm ground yourself, be stable yourself without anyone. Be peaceful with who you are. Love yourself first, and only then continuing to build relationships, solid relationships. Because if you continue this pattern, either you will be completely alone, like, I know that sounds harsh, I'm so sorry, like you wouldn't you will have friends, right? But and even maybe partner, but you always will feel alone with that partner, because you won't choose the right person for you. You will miss that person that is good for you. So yeah, don't continue this pattern, because it will put you in a place on the path that you will go on and create another toxic relationship, or you will choose to stay alone because you will be fearful of getting hurt. Heal this. Self-love, self-healing, meditation, stable emotions, choosing yourself, your soul, listening to your soul, loving others, not judging others before time. Then you will create this safe environment for your soul, for your heart, and then you will be able to form beautiful, stable, loving, healthy relationships that will bring you peace and happiness and will help to solve this karma and these a little bit toxic cords that your ancestors had. Okay, group number 4. I hope I didn't scare you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'm so sorry for this angle. My battery died, and yeah, we will continue like this with the last group. I'm sorry if this is not the way you would prefer it. Okay. The fifth group. Okay, we have the card of play. And this sends kind of contradictory messages because one of them is that you have too much fun, you celebrate a little bit too much, you go out a lot and maybe even consume a little bit too much of the alcohol. And another message is actually completely opposite, that you don't have enough fun, you don't celebrate enough, you are a little bit too serious and you don't go out enough, or if you do and when you do, you get easily and quickly exhausted and you want, go back home and recharge yourself. Also, I'm getting from this card that you are someone who does not like to explain yourself and your way of living. You have unique way of doing things, you have unique way of living and thinking and even saying things, and sometimes your family or your friends don't understand that, and it's exhausting for you to explain yourself. Also, another message that I'm getting from this card is that your life a little bit lacks that fun, and actually you are one of those people who miss it and who wants it. There are those people who prefers not having social life and not socializing a lot. You on the other hand actually miss that and want that, and you wish that your life would be more spontaneous and more adventurous. Another card that we have is Four of Wands, which is it's very stable energy. Four of Wands speaks about stability, having the foundation, being in your comfort zone, having your own world and your own life figured out. And it seems like you have what you want, you do things the way you want, but there is this hidden and a little bit lingering feeling of missing something out, or not wanting to explain yourself to others, as I mentioned before, doing things the way you want. Also, we have Three of Wands card, which speaks about looking at the horizon, waiting for something to come in. So because we have quite a few messages overall here, for some of you could be that you are looking for you are waiting for others to understand you. You want that in a way, and it feels kind of exhausting because they never will. They never understand your choices, your choices of the way you live, of your living. They won't understand the way you think, your beliefs, or whatever it is that others don't understand about you. And for others is that you kind of wait for this next big thing, and it's a little bit exhausting because you do wait it, you do want it, but you don't really do anything about it. You don't take any action because you like it, your comfort zone, it's good there, it's comfortable, it's warm there, and you don't do anything about it. You just wait for those ships to come in, but they usually just pass by, and that is very exhausting to you and very sad because you have energy leak there because you wait, you focus your intentions on waiting what is not happening, rather than doing something yourself and putting some action into that thing that you would want to come into your life. Another card that we have is Seven of Wands, which Speaks about being a little bit defensive, which makes perfect sense with you being in your comfort zone, you defending your comfort zone, you defending that world of yours. Also, for those who connect more to the message that you don't want to go and socialize and friends or family don't understand that, you feel like you constantly have to again defend yourself and defend your beliefs and defend your desires, and you feel like you like all alone against like 10 or 20 people. Another card that we have is Ten of Pentacles, which speaks of disconnection with family members and not having good connection with that foundation, that home energy, like family energy, and it seems like it's draining you. And having Seven of Wands and Ten of Pentacles together here, right next to each other, it seems like you have some sort of disagreements with family and they are draining you. Again, could be about your life, the way you chose to live it, and maybe you don't connect with them enough or they don't connect enough with you. Also, we have Queen of Swords. This could be a family member or someone in your surroundings, someone you connect with, someone who you want. I'm getting a probably specific message, but I'm getting that you probably wanted a support from this person and you did not get it, and this person kind of turned their back on you, or you feel like they really don't don't agree with you and they disagree with you a lot, even if they don't express that disagreement, vocally. It's like in their body language and their certain words that they say like have their that hidden meaning. Although Queen of Swords is very straightforward, but in this case I'm feeling more like that passive aggressive kind of situation going on with this person, probably from your family. And for those who want more fun and more spontaneity and more adventurous things going on in their life, I'm getting that because of one of your family member, you cannot do it. Maybe you have kid, maybe you have to take care of your mother or someone from your family. You cannot allow yourself to go out and like explore the world as you maybe would like. Also, we have Page of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Hermit card. For those who have their comfort zone and are a little bit loners in their nature, it's okay if you prefer that. It's good for you to recharge your batteries as much as you need and as much as you want, because only then you have this connection with your soul. You have that inner light, like shining to its full potential, and it's good. You have that connection to your soul and to your heart. When you are alone, you have that wisdom available to you. For those who want to go out and want that spontaneity, you have to take action yourself. This is Page of Wands. You cannot only just wait for things to happen to you, because you might wait forever to them. You have to kind of take a flashlight and seek those opportunities yourself if you have the ability to. And for others also who don't have a will to go out and socialize like never, I'm also getting the message that sometimes you need to have a little bit of that as well, that balance, so you wouldn't feel alone later in life, like completely disconnected from the world. Choose the people that are on the same energy wave as you are, so they wouldn't drain you, wouldn't exhaust you energetically, and you will be okay. They will be that anchor to this world, to the physical world, to you, because without those anchors you could drift off into your own world, into the inner world, and it might be hard for you to get back. Okay, do I see anything else here? If you need to reconnect with someone from your family that you had a lot of disagreements with, if you have the ability to do it, because sensing that later on you might not be able to do it, and or it will be very hard to do it because the connection will be completely lost. I think that's in group number 5. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.